Not bad work. We getting to the point where guys are getting very beat up and wore down like you'd expect through 2.5 weeks of camp. But got some good situational work today. We've got to get some guys healthy. There's nothing major. A lot of lingering issues and bumps and bruises like you'd expect. But we got to get some guys healthy and get them back out here and start our prep here for our first game here soon.
Is there anybody other than Alex that's in danger of not being ready for that first game right now?
I don't think so. I really think we should be pretty close. We're doing a few more tests on a few guys here and there, but we don't anticipate anything that's season ending or anything like that. So.
How good can you guys be defensively? I mean, you guys talking every day, that kind of stuff, just to get a taste of feel of how good you guys will be.
Yeah, it's hard to say, because I think we show some good signs out here, and we've got some good players in certain spots. We're doing some good things, and I like the comfort level of the defense, So I think we have a chance to have a pretty good defense. I really do. I think if certain positions step up, in particular in the secondary, I think if we play well in the secondary, we have a chance to be a pretty strong unit.
Where are you with Cadet's eye? Did you guys ever?
Yeah, we'll see on that. He has an appointment tomorrow.
Have you seen Mike Edwards yet, or is he?
I haven't. As a matter of fact, they were supposed to stop by here today. He's here for orientation, so I'll see him after orientation today. So Mike is here. He's been admitted to school. He's going through orientation, and we're working through certification. So he'll be here. That's good news. Whether he helps us this year or is cleared to play this year, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge as it comes. But I'm glad he's here, and if nothing else, for the future.
Is that position, is that something you can learn fast enough to be helpful?
I think it'll be difficult one way or another for him to get on the field this year, but missing all the training camp like that. So. The weather's been good. We need a little hotter. We need a little bit warmer. It's been too nice.
Yeah. You said secondary. So, what other areas on defense need to come through to be as good as you think you can be?
I think, obviously, linebacker would be the next unit. We have some guys that have done some nice things. We just need to be, we need to be on point there. We can't be hit and miss and missing some responsibilities here and there. That's where, like I said earlier in the year, there's always that fine line as you get into year two, as you get better and better. There's a balance between, doing more things or being simpler. The better you are, the less you really have to do, to be honest with you. So, we'll see. We're working our way through that, but I think we have some guys to work with. At linebacker, Josh has done a nice job. Ryan Flanagan has been a nice surprise. We've got to continue to get him a lot of reps and get him ready to go.
Has that been a little bit more of an adjustment for Flanagan than maybe he or you guys anticipated? I know he tried
more
to come
of an adjustment,
as ready as he could be.
Well, physically he was ready to go. He's very eager. He learns well, but there's a lot of things that change. There's a lot of different things we do that there's no getting around that. There's a lot of learning to be done in a short amount of time. That's just the way it is. So the good thing is he does have good instincts, but he's got to get better. He's got to learn like a lot of our backers. It's hard on those guys. Things change. Things change in there in a hurry, with what you're doing.
Did you sign off on this bad boy's name for this season?
No, I didn't sign off on any of that.
What do you think of it?
We'll see if we play like bad boys.
Do you caution against that, giving yourself a nickname like that?
I've seen some bad boys before, so we'll see. That's right.
Is there anything you've done? I mean, Neil talked about hitting that camp wall, and you talked about them being kind of tired and worn down. Is there anything you're doing to sort of lighten it for them? Or?
Well, we change things. We've tried to push through that door, knock it down and be mentally tougher and physically tougher and push them to the limit. But you also have to have some sense about you too and back off at times. And we're getting to that point right now where that's about right. About 10 days here or so before the first game where we'll start backing off and getting ready for the opener.
Any off the field stuff you guys are doing to try to just sort of?
A few things here and there. We went to a movie the other day. We don't have a water park nearby or anything, so I couldn't do any of that fun stuff. But we just gave them the evening off, I think, last Saturday. And kind of, instead of meetings and staying up late and doing all that, we just went to a movie and gave them a chance to decompress and relax a little bit.
What did you go see?
We went and saw Lucy. Lucy. Yeah, I like where we're at. Austin's got we've kicked him a lot in camp. We've got to back off him a little bit right now. so he gets healthy and strong for the season. But Landon's done a nice job. And, you know, we're continuing to work all the special teams units as you would expect, and all the different scenarios and all those things. And, you know, we just got to keep on doing it. You know, all the different situations that come up through the year, we try to hit them in the summer here and cover our bases.
You said you think you have a chance to be a good defense, pretty good defense. You've had year or two jumps and a lot of stops. What are the hallmarks of that, and are you seeing some of those hallmarks of a year two?
I think always, you know, you got to increase your talent level. You got to make the players you have better, and I think we've done that. I think you've got to be able to execute the nuances of the defense, as you always talk about doing more or less. Whatever it is, when you do it, you have to execute it right. You know, you got to be more on point with what you're doing, and you just got to play at a higher level. You know, so I think we're getting to that point. We're getting better. I don't know how much. You know, we'll see how much of a jump we made. I know we've improved. I know we'll play better. To what extent, you know, we'll see. We got to go prove it.
How many times over the course of this camp have you walked off this field not happy with the day's work?
A couple, few. For the most part, I've been fairly pleased. There's been a few occasions. I'm glad I didn't speak to you guys yesterday. But you know.
Do you feel like your guys on defense have a better understanding this year of what you're trying to do as far as concepts and that sort of thing?
They do. Yeah, they definitely do. You know, that just comes from experience. You know, from some of these guys are now in year two, and there's not as many newcomers. You know, they had an off season to look at things and look at what we did well, what we didn't do so well. You know, you had spring practice, so obviously, yeah, they understand things better.
I know you got a lot of young receivers. What do you do to bring them along?
Yeah.
Some of the nuances of the game, blocking and all.
That's where we're in a little bit of a bind because of all that we're doing, and you know, our offense goes at a high tempo, and you need some depth to do that. You need to run it at full speed to get better, and that's where it gets difficult. You know, the young guys have a tendency to hit that wall a little bit, you know, whether it's mentally or physically, through 2.5 weeks of camps and all the things that you're doing and all the running that you're doing. And so when our older guys aren't out here and they're not healthy, and then you put all that stress on the younger guys, it's just that's a bad mix sometimes that we're still fighting through. That's where we're at. That's just the state of our program. You know, we need to continue to develop guys and to get depth at wide receiver and have them able to handle it. Sure, they could handle more than we did a year ago, the guys that were here. But the young guys, you know, they've only been here a few months. And so when you push them like we're pushing them, there comes a point where, like I said, there's a fine line there between being productive and counterproductive, you know. And so, you know, I think they've done a nice job of trying to fight their way through. Blake Bone made a great play today. We had a situation where we were scrimmaging coming off the 1 yard line, and he went up and made a nice play, which was good to see. We need that. When guys are covered, they go up and make a play.
Toll said when you joked that he didn't get the job, the color left his face. Could you see the nausea?
Well,
hit
like
him,
I said, I didn't have the heart to let that go for more than about 5 seconds. I just couldn't do that. So, yeah.
Does he look
that
lighter
was a bad
to you
joke.
in these 3 days that he's known?
Yeah, he does, but, you know, we need to execute better. And, again, that's not all him. We need guys to get healthy and just all those reasons I just talked about. You know, we just need everybody out here and put it all together and get that comfort level up.
Okay, folks, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.